city of 7 hills, the place all roads are supposed to lead to. Someone once said that when Rome fell, the world would fall. Well, Rome's still here. Things have changed a bit since Caesar's day, of course. But one thing will never change. Women will always be late.
Simon!
Hi. Oh! Hey, Michelle. Was that love or the kiss of life?
So good to see you. It's been so long.
It's been 2 years.
Well, we're not going to waste a moment more of our time. Whatever you got planned for this week, cancel it. You're going to show me around every historic site in Rome. The Forum, the Trevi Fountain, Vatican, St. Peter's, every art gallery, museums, all the churches.
Listen, Michelle, this is all very well. I thought you had some concerts to do.
In the last 2 months, I've done shows in Madrid, Paris, Venice, and all I've seen is the inside of hotel bedrooms and theaters. It's not going to be like that in Rome. I'm going to live a little.
Just how long is this orgy of tourism going to last?
However long it takes for me to forget about pop festivals, recording studios, concerts, rock. I've got a complete schedule worked out, starting right here.
You've got a rehearsal in 10 minutes. That's the first thing on your schedule.
You followed me.
Michelle, dear, you know Bruno's asked you not to go out without Enrico and Paolo.
My 2 orders.
They're for her own protection. Come along, dear. We're late for
To
rehearsal.
hell with rehearsals.
You're the one who's opening at the Caracalla Theater this evening. I suggest you go with Enrico and Paolo. I'll take your car.
Michelle and I are having lunch together.
Well, I'm afraid you'll have to find another date.
It's no good, Simon. I have to go. But, guess I shan't be seeing Rome after all.
Maybe tomorrow.
That's Diamond. She makes all the arrangements.
Michelle is entirely engaged with rehearsals, recording sessions, the entire time she's in Rome.
Sorry, Simon. But, thanks anyway. For making me feel free for a little while.
How long have you known Michelle?
Ever since she was 16 years old.
Oh, wonderful. So play the kindly uncle, but play it some other time.
What do you play, the wicked stepmother?
I'm her manager. One of my jobs is to protect her.
What do you do, lock her up nights?
Look, I'm not asking you, I'm telling you. Don't waste your time. Michelle is not available. Pursue it. And I might have to ask one of those nice gentlemen to mess up that very pretty face of yours. Is that loud and clear enough for you?
Lady, it is deafening. Oh, by the way, maybe they should know who they're hitting. My name's Templar. Simon Templar.
Michelle.
I'm not going on tonight, Diamond.
Oh,
You hear me? I'm not going on.
all right. Just relax, dear.
You tell Bruno to cancel the concert.
Look, you'll feel better later. It's a big night tonight. Why don't you take some of these?
Won't work, Diamond. You won't get me on that stage with those things.
Oh, they're not operas or anything important. They're just something to help relax your nerves.
Nerves? I think I'm nervous. After 4 years. Diamond, I'm just tired. I'm tired of the music, of the crowds, the reporters, and the fans.
Hey! It's a full house out there. Looks like it's going to be a big night. How's my star?
Michelle is sick. She might not be able to go on.
Oh, really? She doesn't look sick to me. Give her some pills.
I'm not taking any more of your pills, Bruno. You've got to cancel the concert.
Listen. Sweetie. Tell you what. You want to be temperamental? You get temperamental tomorrow. But tonight, you're going to sing. And you're going to sing like a bird. Because all your fans are out there. They're your people. And they paid $100,000 to hear you sing, and you're going to sing.
Then you'll just have to give them their money back.
Has she gone crazy?
You can't force me to go on.
Oh, really? We have a contract, you know. Have you got any idea how much money you owe me?
Look, Bruno, just let me handle this, huh?
No. I think Michelle ought to be reminded of a few simple realities. Like the $750,000 she owes my company.
Yes.
We have a contract here, and you're going to fulfill it.
Bruno, why don't you just go around and look at the take at the box office like a good little boy and let me handle this?
Okay. Okay, Diamond, you handle this. Just don't forget who pays your salary. Now, you have exactly 5 minutes to get our little, pop star onto that stage. All right, let's get this show on the road. You tell them to start right now. I'll get that girl.
Leave her alone. It's all right. She'll do it.
Baby, I had a dream or two. I wanna make that dream come true. I look around and I see their eyes, cheating, lying lies. To my face, they're so beautiful, but I'm wondering after all, am I doing the right thing? Wasting my nights. Am I doing the right thing? What is it here? Why am I waiting for? Where is it? Where is that? Things never seem quite what they seem. Baby, am I
This is terrific! 2,000 people out there, national television coverage, national press coverage. They will kill us! You are finished! You know that? Drinking, drugs, divorce, you can get away with any of that. There's one thing the public will not let you get away with, and that is walking out on your audience. You are finished!
Will you shut up, Bruno?
And you can start looking for another job, too.
Look, nobody's finished. I'll just draft a press release. Michelle is ill.
Inspector Petrucci.
Senior Templar.
I didn't know you were a fan. What is so important that makes Rome's top cop become a backstage bouncer?
You of all people must be aware that in the last 24 hours, there have been 3 kidnap threats against Michelle.
Hush. It's all right.
Oh, for God's sake, shut up!
It's all right, dear.
I said shut up!
Bruno,
She's
would you
hysterical.
leave her alone? Bruno!
What the hell are you doing?
I do very violent things to large men who hit small girls. Michelle! Michelle! No, Michelle. I will take my car. I'll drive.
Just take me home, Simon. I'm okay now, Simon.
What happened?
A shooting star turns into a falling star. I'm through.
Are these your horse pills?
It's my escape route.
Michelle, 10 or 15 of these are lethal.
Yeah, and I'll take them with a bottle of good red wine. Then I'll be free.
Then you'll be dead.
It comes to the same thing.
Okay. You're exhausted. Diamond and Bruno have been driving you too hard, but this you don't need. Take 6 months off. Take a year off. You can afford it.
Simon, I can't even afford to buy you a drink in a bar.
Michelle, you've had 10 hit records in the last 2 years.
Bruno pays me $500 a week. And that's exactly what he paid me when I first signed with him. It's a 7-year contract.
Yes, but surely...
The houses, the servants, all the trappings of stardom. Bruno pays. I thought he was doing it with my money at first. But he wasn't. I owe him $750,000. That's why I have to go on working. The more I work, the more I have to spend, and the more I owe Bruno. It's a vicious circle. These are the only way out.
No, they're not. We're going to have to find another way.
There is no other way.
Do you know, I'm beginning to take a very serious dislike to Mr. Bruno Walters.
Simon, there is nothing you can do.
Will you let me try? In the meantime, I'll look after these. And you, young lady, are going to bed. Go. I want a New York number, please. Harry, are you sure?
Simon, baby, Bruno's got that kid tied up in a knot Houdini couldn't break.
Okay, Harry, thank you very much. Good night. What? All right. Good afternoon.
You still hanging around?
Michelle's sleeping. She shouldn't be left alone.
She won't be. Look. Thanks for what you did. Bruno does have a tendency to lose his cool. But if you really want to help Michelle, leave her alone. The last thing she needs right now is man trouble.
And what about you, Diamond? How do you like man trouble?
Don't get involved.
You mean don't trespass? Michelle is private property, right? Very valuable private property.
Une suite à 2 millions. Banque. Voilà, monsieur. Banco est demandé. À vous, monsieur.
We'll take care of him in the morning. Right now, I'm on a winning streak.
Why wait? It's dangerous.
You know something about saints? They are all dead. But
come with me, Signor Templar. It's a matter of emergency.
Signor Templar, I presume you know who I am.
Well, I must confess, it's not the first time I've been a guest of your brotherhood.
Have a look, Signor Templar. The ancient Romans had a way of dealing with traitors and other troublesome people. They threw them, alive, off this cliff. It's called the Tarpeian Rock. Do I make myself clear?
No, you do not. Would you mind telling me exactly how I have offended your organization?
I have an interest in a certain young lady. I don't like your interest in her. You have been seen with her a great deal recently, Signor Templar.
You mean I'm interfering with your plans?
A plane leaves for New York at noon. A seat has been reserved for you. Huh. Your ticket.
You know, it's not the best time of the year to visit New York. It's too hot.
You know the alternative. It's up to you.
Yeah, well, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. I think I know just what a Roman would do, too.
Exactly. Oh, I suggest you make your stay in New York a protracted one. Arrivederci.
Hello, Abelardo.
Simon.
Still stashing away your ill-gotten gains in the same old place, I see?
What are you trying to do? Give me a heart attack?
No, just give you a job. You and some of your friends.
Your sort of jobs I don't need. I'm a respectable citizen these days. A businessman. Car repairs.
And hiding stolen jewelry in the brickwork. Come on, do you want the job or not?
For an old friend. And for a lot of money.
Oh, look, we must go.
I know that.
Michelle! We must leave in 5 minutes. Are you ready? Yes?
Officer Morello, Officer Chianese.
It's cool. Inspector Petrucci told us he would give us police protection.
We have a special car. Bulletproof.
Oh, good. My men will go with you.
My God. 4 jailers.
We take the service elevator.
I'm glad to see our inspectors taking these kidnap threats seriously.
Yeah, so am I.
Get me police headquarters. What are you talking about, Inspector? 2 of your men were here just half a minute ago. They just walked out the door with my star.
quite catch that.
Simon!
Yes, I'm sorry about this, Michelle, but we had to make it look realistic.
But I don't understand.
It's the way out, I promised you.
But how?
Well, it wasn't so very difficult, you know. I checked your timetable last night. Quick phone call to Bruno, supposedly from Petrucci's office. A couple of rented uniforms, a little help from my friends, and... You know, this is going to be the biggest thing to hit Rome since they bumped off Julius Caesar.
È un delitto politico. Hanno già chiesto il riscatto. Vuol dire di fatality.
Segreto istruttorio mi impedisce di fare dichiarazioni. Saremo informati appena saremo di più sullo sviluppo delle indagini. Vi prego, fatemi passare. Signora. Grazie, lasci stare.
Signor Walters, if there is a ransom demand,
will you pay? I have no comment.
How much will you pay for
No comment. I have no comment. No commento. Let me out of here.
Well, my friends, it looks to me as though we've caused something of a stir.
A hornet's nest, my friend. I hope you know what you're doing.
So do I.
What's the matter with you, Marcello? You sick?
A rich socialite, you told me. Not a goddamn pop star. Now Rome will be crawling with police. I feel sick. I'm gonna have one of my attacks.
Marcello is an old woman. He drinks too much. But he's right. Rome will be no place for an honest crook. You give me my money, Simon, and I go for a holiday. A very long holiday.
Well, I hope you both have a wonderful time.
Come on, Marcello. I've seen you do some crazy things, Simon.
Simon, are you sure you can trust them?
Well, Abelard's an old friend. Marcello, I'm not so sure about. But it doesn't matter because we're moving house.
But there'll be roadblocks, patrols.
It's all right. It's just down the road.
Oh, wow!
When I kidnap somebody, I like to do it in style.
What is this place? The Pope's Summer Palace?
Belongs to a friend of mine. Luckily, he prefers the beaches at Saint-Tropez to the ancestral home.
Well, the police will certainly never think of looking here.
Yeah, well, let's hope nobody else does either. Come on.
You see the headlines? Or are you so dumb you can't read? Kidnapped right here, in my own town. The girl is mine. I want her. Find her and find her fast.
I don't believe it. I do not believe it. Larry says you've sold 500,000 of that turkey single in the last 24 hours.
You're actually enjoying all this.
Hey, come on, baby. Headlines sell records.
Have you stopped for one moment to think what might have happened to Michelle? She could be dead by now. Or are you too busy milking your kidnap story to worry about that?
Petrucci says it's criminal, not political. We'll get her back. We'll get her back. Of course, I'll have to pay for it. But at the rate things are going, I'll be able to afford it.
Do you know, I sometimes think you're the most disgusting human being I've ever met.
Get me Mr. Bruno Walters, will you, please?
Mr. Walters, listen carefully, I say this once only. The girl will cost you $1 million in used $100 bills. Instructions for delivery come later. Now wait.
Give it all you've got, baby.
Bruno? Yeah, look, listen. They really mean it, Bruno. They're gonna kill me this time. They really are, Bruno. You must get the money.
Terrific.
$1 million.
Well, he's ripped you off $750,000. That, plus interest. And my expenses, of course. And we'll all be even, won't we?
Well, that's the real thing, all right. There's no doubt about that. Can you trace it?
Half a minute, less, not a chance.
Then we'll pay. We'll do anything they say.
I have to tell you, the advice of the police is you ignore this demand.
Oh, well, if that's the official attitude...
Bruno, if you do that, I'll tell the press that you arranged this entire kidnapping as a publicity stunt to sell your records.
So, $1 million? Mr. Templar is a very greedy man.
Templar.
How well from our people in New York? Mr. Templar never arrived. Mr. Templar never got on the plane. Find him.
Look, instructions for the drop just delivered by motorcycle dispatch.
They want me to make the drop.
Well, then that's exactly what you'll do. And I'm warning you, Bruno, no tricks.
Oh, Diamond, I want our little Michelle back safe and sound just as much as you do.
Well, I'm very glad to hear that, Bruno.
Simon, you'll be careful. If they've laid a trap,
Now, don't worry, Michelle. And remember, in just about an hour, you're going to be free. You can pay Bruno back and tell him what he can do with his contract.
Michelle! Michelle! Michelle? Michelle! Ah, buongiorno, signora. Is Marcello in?
No, he's in hospital.
Hospital?
Yes, his heart, signore. He had an attack.
I see. I'm very sorry to hear that. Look, this is very important. When exactly did this happen?
It was yesterday. He went out to work. When he came back, I gave him his glass of wine. And it's just like that. He fell down, like he was dead. He's still like that.
And what about his friend? Have you seen his friend, Abelardo?
And that man, a bad man, signore.
Yes. It's beginning to look as though he is. A very bad man. Abelardo! Yes, I'm sorry about that. Now let's take a little drive, shall we? Get some fresh air. Take a look. The Tarpeian Rock, remember? Not so long ago, you gave me a little history lesson about this place. Isn't it curious how history repeats itself?
Senor Templar, for the last 5 hours, there has been a contract out on you.
Well, why don't you just get up onto this wall here and we'll have a little talk about it. That's far enough. Just tell me in as few words as possible, please, where you've got Michelle.
Why do you suppose I know anything about Michelle? You are the one who kidnapped her.
Yes, then lost her plus $1 million.
Lost her?
Because I didn't know Abelardo was one of your people.
Abelardo, a petty jewel thief, is not one of mine.
Look, my friend, I've just seen him. He's got the mark of the Brotherhood on him, 2 broken arms and a busted head. Why is that?
I know nothing about this Abelardo. I know nothing about the girl.
Then how come your men have been following her ever since she arrived in Rome? To get her autograph?
To protect her. She happens to be my daughter.
She's never set eyes on you in her life.
She has once, the day she was born, which was also the day my first child was shot by the man I later succeeded as head of the organization in Rome. Her mother was my second wife. When she was 3 weeks old, I sent her to America. I had her adopted, a new name, a new country, so that my enemies could never find her, could never use her against me as they used my first child. But I watched her grow. I watched her become what she is. She has been my pride, the only decent thing in my life.
Well, if you didn't take her, who did?
That's for you to discover, Senor Templar. And you have exactly 12 hours in which to do it. At the end of that time, the contract on your life will be renewed.
Now, wait a minute. We're fighting on the same side.
No, Senor Templar. You are responsible for this mess. And unless you clear it up, and quickly, it will be my very great pleasure to have you killed. Now, one thing more, Templar. If you find Michelle, and if you breathe one word of what you have learned today, I will see that you take a month to die.
thinking? Look, I can't tell you any more now. There'll be a press release in the morning. Yes, we do believe she's still alive. Please, God. What are you doing here?
Come to do a little research into diamonds.
This is one hell of a time to be making a pass.
You know what they say about diamonds? They're the hardest thing known to man. Are you hard?
There's another saying about diamonds, that they're forever. Well, this diamond is for never.
Is that why you stood by for 4 years and watched while Bruno robbed Michelle of $750,000? Paying her a ridiculous $500 a week while he was making a fortune?
It may interest you to know that he pays me a ridiculous $400 a week.
So why do you stay?
I stay for Michelle. Without me, Bruno would just eat her alive.
I think I believe you. I think you really want to help Michelle.
Do you know what I think? I think you should do your thinking somewhere else. I'm tired.
First, let me trade you some information. You want to know who kidnapped Michelle, right? Well, it was me. To pay for her freedom, $1 million.
That is the lousiest, most low-down, beautiful trick I've ever heard. Bruno gets paid back with his own rotten money.
Yeah, well, that was the theory. Unfortunately, Bruno got his money back another way, and he also got Michelle.
Bruno's got
Yes.
Michelle?
One of my men decided to play another game. Bruno paid him off for this.
Where did he...
That comes from the same bank as the ransom money. That's Bruno's bank.
Think I need a drink?
Yes, Templar?
I know who took Michelle. I need to know where. I was hoping you could help. But it may take more than 24 hours.
If I were in your shoes, Mr. Templar, that is exactly what I would say. And you don't have 24 hours. You have very much less.
What a wonderful, warm personality your friend has.
Yeah, he kisses babies, too. Well, it looks like we're going to have to find Michelle on our own and fast. I don't have too long to live. I didn't get to see him. He's dead.
Well, how do we find Michelle now?
We won't. We'll let Bruno do it for us. Hop in.
To answer your question, yes, it's real. Yes, it's loaded. And in 1 minute, I'm going to put a bullet through your brain.
Okay. I can dig it. What do you want?
Abelardo's dead, Bruno. But your two morons got a bit sloppy. While they were beating him up, one of them let slip where they're holding Michelle. Just before Abelardo died, he told us where. Something about saving his not-so-immortal soul.
You're lying, baby. This is just some sort of a cheap shakedown. Just tell me how much you want.
Oh, it's not cheap. You can buy your life back for a full partnership. No more, no less. I wouldn't keep me waiting too long, baby. Templar's on his way to get her now.
How do I know this isn't some sort of a con?
Why don't you just phone the hospital?
And where's Templar? Waiting at the hospital for my call?
He's gone to get Michelle, remember?
Get me the city hospital, the intensive care unit. I want to speak to the nurse in charge.
Sì, signore. 2 hours ago. Signor Templar spoke with him. Inspector Petrucci, he's at the morgue. Shall I call him for you?
No.
Very well, then.
Okay. Okay, Diamond. We deal. We, I learned a little something about guns. Like safety catches.
You can kill me, but Templar will get Michelle.
No, I'll get her. And him. And you, my dear little diamond. Now, come on, move!
You're stupid, Bruno. For the first time, you're really blowing it. You kill Michelle and you're killing the golden goose.
Oh, no. That's when she becomes the golden goose.
What?
A legend, like Buddy Holly, Elvis, Janis Joplin. I'll go on releasing her records for 20 years.
You really think that's worth killing 3 more people for?
I don't have any choice. I'm in a tough business. Now shut up and drive! Now you get out. Get over. Move over now. Move now.
Don't we even get a blindfold in the last cigarette?
I told you what you get. You get dead. Bring more!
Isn't this a bit theatrical, Bruno? You've got it down, for God's sake, use it!
Bullets are evidence!
Your farewell performance. Make you nervous?
No, just happy.
I think once you hear all those fans going mad, you'll change your mind, Michelle.
I don't think so.
Personally, I shall be glad when the show is over. I still have that original kidnap threat to worry about.
My God, with all the kidnapping that's been going on around here, I'd forgot there really was a threat.
They tell me this is your last performance, Signorina. I hope it is not true. You have a rare gift. The gift of bringing joy to people. That's a precious talent. The most precious in the world. I beg of you, do not waste it.
Who was that man?
Just a man who tells the truth.
You're on, kid. Shall I hold the flowers?
Yeah. But look after him. Maybe I had a dream or two. I want to make that dream come true. I look around and I see their eyes, cheating, cheating, lying lies. To my face, they're so beautiful, but I wonder it after all. Am I doing the right thing? Wasting my life, night after night. Oh, am I doing the right thing? What is the year? Why am I here?
Would you listen to that?
You want to stay and watch?
No, I don't think so. I get the distinct feeling that this is just the first in a long line of farewell performances.
Yes.
And what about us, Diamond? Is it going to be forever or for never?
Ooh, I think somewhere in between.
Wish somebody